In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on May 17, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Seattle Mariners versus Boston Red Sox. The Seattle Mariners play the 5th game of their 9-game road trip and the final game of a 3-game set at Fenway Park on Wednesday when playing the Boston Red Sox. Seattle opened the series on Monday against Boston with a 10-1 victory, which was Seattle's 3rd in the last 4 games played. With its loss to Seattle on Monday, Boston has lost each of its last 4 after being swept over the weekend by the St. Louis Cardinals. The Mariners are 10-4 in their last 14 overall and 14-4 in their last 18 versus the American League East. Seattle is 9-4 in their last 13 on grass. Meanwhile, the Sox are 24-6 in their last 30 versus the American League West and 38-18 in their last 56 at home versus a lefty starter. Boston is 6-13 in their last 19 Wednesday games. Given how good both of these teams have been in the past few years, it comes as a surprise to see this head-to-head rivalry be so one-sided. But with so much talent on both sides of the 2023 roster, nothing is guaranteed. In their past 11 meetings, however, the Red Sox have come away with a 9-2 mark, as well as being 47-20 in their past 67 games played in Boston. So while these aren't the same Mariners anymore, it's tough to see past the momentum the Red Sox have built. Bello has been pitching pretty well lately. Over his last 3 starts, he's got just 5 earned and 16 combined innings on 17 hits and 4 walks. Bello should be able to put the team in a good position in this one. In the Tuesday matchup, Boston's bullpen combined for 3.2 innings, 2 hits, 0 walks, 0 earned, and 2 strikeouts in a nice effort. 4 different Sox players had multiple hits as well. If Boston can keep it rolling, I like their chances in Game 3. So the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Both starting pitchers have earned run averages in excess of 4.41, and the total has finished over in 21 of the last 26 games played head-to-head between the two, as well as in 21 of the last 30 games played between the two at Fenway Park. The total has finished over in 7 of Boston's last 8 played at home, and finished over in the opening game of this series with 11 runs scored. Boston is 28th in errors committed, and that leads to more runs than the earned run average the Red Sox have. While each of these teams are capable of shutting down any lineup in the league, scoring big has been their key to success in recent years. And in the head-to-head rivalry, the over sits at 22-5 in their past 27 meetings, as well as being 22-8-1 in their past 31 games in Boston. For the Mariners, the over sits at 4-1 in their past 5 games following a loss, and for the Red Sox, the over is 8-0 in their past 8 games played against a team with a winning record. So expect more fireworks on Wednesday night. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Rays versus New York Mets. The New York Mets will host the Tampa Bay Rays in the 2nd game of the 3-game series on Wednesday. Tampa Bay took the series opening game 8-5 as an underdog. The Rays tagged Mets ace Justin Verlander for 6 earned runs in 5 innings to get the win. The Rays were able to win Game 1 of this series as an underdog, and they will look to continue their great start to the season here. New York has been disappointing so far this year, and they are sitting near the bottom in the National League East. The Mets will start Kodai Senga, who has allowed 7 earned runs over his last 16 innings pitched. The Rays have not announced a starting pitcher for this game yet, but it seems like it doesn't matter at this point. Everything the Rays are touching turns to gold, and their offense is good enough to pick up any struggles. The New York Mets continue to disappoint, and Kodai Senga is a rookie pitcher who has had his ups and downs. The Rays are rolling this season, and I can't pick against them, especially with how poorly the Mets have played. So the Tampa Bay Rays money line is our full game side pick. Met starter Kodai Senga has allowed 6 home runs and has a 1.51 WHIP in 37 innings, and this will be his toughest test yet. In his first 7 big league starts, Senga has faced Miami twice, Oakland, San Francisco, Washington, the Rockies in New York, and the Reds. Senga struggled against the Athletics, Giants, and Reds, and should see more struggles here against a Rays lineup that has been the most potent in baseball. In fact, the Rays have done their best work on the road, where they average 6.4 runs per game. I see the Mets bats adding some runs as well against Rays starter Josh Fleming, who has been up and down this season. It's hard to have a lot of faith in Fleming, who, since breaking into the big leagues in 2020, has posted a 4.82 earned run average in 51 career appearances with 1.41 WHIP and only 136 strikeouts in 203.1 innings. Expect both offenses to show up and get the over. Milwaukee Brewers vs. St. Louis Cardinals. A pair of National League Central rivals close out an early week set on the diamond looking for a victory in the Gateway City. The Milwaukee Brewers are on the road as they finish off a 3-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals Wednesday night. In the opening game of the series Monday night, it was the Cardinals blowing out the Brewers as they rolled to an 18-1 victory to draw first blood. Which team finds a way to prevail in the finale of the series to leave town on a positive note? Milwaukee is 2-6 in their last 8 road games and 5-1 in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record. The over is 4-0 in Milwaukee's last 4 game threes of a series. St. Louis is 4-1 in their last 5 games and 2-6 in their last 8 home games. The over is 4-0 in St. Louis' last 4 Wednesday games. The under is 7-1 in these two teams' last 8 head-to-head meetings. The Cardinals don't have a very good record, but they have played much better in the last 2 weeks. Milwaukee is leading the National League Central, but they have struggled to score runs consistently this year. Milwaukee is starting Corbin Burnes, who has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 5 straight starts. We saw the Cardinals win the opening game in a rout, but 10 of those runs came in the 8th inning, partially with a position player on the mound. Wainwright has struggled in his 2 starts this season since coming off the injury list, and he has yet to turn in a solid outing that shows that he's back to full speed. Burnes, for all his hurt feelings after arbitration in the offseason, has pitched fairly well on the year and comes in off a stellar outing in his last start. Milwaukee should be angry after getting cuffed around in the opener, and Burnes is the better pitcher, at least right now, between the 2 veteran arms. Do I love backing the Brewers? No, as St. Louis has started to figure things out a bit, but Milwaukee managed to take the momentum on Tuesday and now have a distinct pitching edge here in my opinion in Burnes over Liberator, and I just believe the Brew Crew find a way to take the finale here. So the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. Milwaukee entered Tuesday having seen the underpost and 21-19-1 mark in their 41 games this season. The Brewers are 16th in the majors in runs per game with 4.39, though that number drops down to 4.05 runs per game on the road. Milwaukee has an average total of 8.71 runs per contest, and that number climbs slightly to 8.9 runs per game on the road. St. Louis has seen the overpost at 22-19-1 mark entering Tuesday's action. The Cardinals are 9th in run production as they put up an average of 4.95 runs per contest, which climbs to a robust 5.75 runs per game at home. St. Louis has an average total of 9.74 runs per game overall on the year, and that rockets up to 11.05 runs per game at Busch Stadium. We saw 19 runs in the opening game of the set, but we don't get anywhere near that mark here. Lean to the under in this contest. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.